Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizano, and you're listening to another episode of the world famous The University Love, the best podcast in one, two, three galaxies. And ladies and gentlemen, we just call this show Online Marketing Moves. And we are coming to you live today. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, I feel like I sound like Barry White. But any, I'm just kidding. Anyway, ladies and gents, we have a fantastic show for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, I'm going to tell you something simple. A simple formula that if you I am going to tell you something very simple, and you can apply it if you want. If not, that's up to you. But we will I will tell it to you right now. It's from the book of Matthew, uh, chapter 7, verse 7 and 8. It is ask and it shall be given to you, seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that ask receive, and he that seek find, and to him that knock it shall be opened. Ladies and gentlemen, what that means is if you ask for it and if you ask for it long enough, eventually you probably will get it. You seek and all that jazz. I mean, listen, if you know, you can't just ask and it just drop in your lap. I wish it worked that way. But I believe the more you focus on the thing that you want to do, I truly believe that there will start to be clues, there will start to be things that happen that you that you see and that will happen for you, and it will be a lot easier. It's a lot easier to start looking, start searching for yourself than to say, man, if I just had $1 million drop in my lap, uh, you know, that one's, that's more go win the lottery because if you say, hey, I like $1 million, you know, the chances of the $1 million dropping in your lap is slim. But if you seek out becoming a millionaire, obviously you will find different ways, to go about that. But ladies and gents, today we are going to talk about the wonderful world of affiliate marketing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am in the middle of writing I don't know if it's a short, it's a short, it's a long, it would be a long story, a short book about the wonderful world of affiliate marketing. And ladies and gentlemen, every now and then we broach this topic. We discuss it, and I always say, no matter what you want to do, no matter who you are, being an entrepreneur, you need you need one, two, three. You need a couple of different revenue streams, and you can always because you want to. The goal for anybody, I ain't here to preach to you, but the goal for anybody is to be, recession proof, tariff proof. Doesn't matter who's the president, doesn't matter who's in charge, does not matter. You want to build up a world where you are economically uh solid, okay? As Stone Cold would say, a solid ass cat, okay? I I, I watched the last match of WrestleMania the other day because I wanted to see John Cena in his last match. And before he came out, Stone Cold drove out in his ATV. Just a side note, by the way. And Stone Cold came out there in his motorcycle, in his ATV, and he was driving around, and he hit the barrier, and this lady was standing up, and I don't think it affected her in any way, but she fell immediately. And I said, WWE gonna have to give her tickets to WrestleMania for next year. And then she fell down, laid there a couple of minutes, got up, and I was just like, as soon as you see something like that, you already know, ladies and gentlemen, that they about to try to extract as much money as possible, because we live in a society now where everything is a lawsuit. It doesn't matter. Uh, you know how many times I've gotten a mail about, hey, are you want to be in this class action lawsuit? This class action lawsuit. And I remember the first time when I was 22, 23. I got a letter in the mail about a class action lawsuit. I was like, what? And then I filled out the paper. I sent it off, and then they sent me a check for like $200. And I was like, I didn't do nothing, and I got $200. And ever since then, anytime I get a class action lawsuit, hey, I'm like, well, the lawyer gonna go, they gonna settle, they gonna get a bunch of money. The lawyer gonna get most of the money, and then you gonna get a few crumbs. Or, you know what I mean? And so, I've gotten $200, $100. So I guess I don't, I don't, I don't sue. But when they send me something saying, oh, they've been charging y'all too much. I got a check one time from a bank. I think it was Wells Fargo. I was paying on a car, and apparently they were charging me too much interest. And so they sent me a check in the mail for like $1,500 one time. And I thought, so you never know what's going on when it comes to these places and the money that you give them. But anyway, that's a whole side note. But ladies and gentlemen, like I was saying, you want to be, economy proof. And affiliate marketing is a great stream to have. Now, the key in all of that. The key in all of that is to bring them into the tent. Okay, you gotta bring them into the tent. You want to have enough people in your affiliate marketing space, to whenever you promote a product, whenever you talk about a product, that they would, because as we all know, 100% of the people are not going to click on your link. You might not even get 50%. The emails itself, whenever you send somebody email, if you have a list, the open rate, which that's the least important thing to me. I mean, some people they swear by open rates, but in my world, how I live, all of what I ever learned, all I would ever know, it's not about open rates. It's not really about who clicked on the link. It's about who buys from you. At the end of the day, all these gadgets and gyros and gyros and heroes don't mean nothing. Okay? Who is buying from you? That's the bottom line, That is it. Who is using your affiliate link to buy from you? So, because you want the commission. Listen, you want to help people out, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, I know. Everybody's selfless, allegedly. Okay? Everybody's selfless. But at the end of the day, you and I both know, hey, listen, I want you to click on an affiliate link because I want you to use the product. If there's a book or there's something like that, of course I want you to use the product. But let's all be honest with each other. Let's all be realistic with each other. Sometimes we buy a book, or we buy a course, or we buy and then we don't even use it. Okay, it happens to everybody. You might use it years later. You might not ever use it. You might use it for a short time and quit. But we all know, ladies and gentlemen, everything that you buy, you're not gonna use. It's just the way it is. It happens to everybody. Okay, but you want people to click on your affiliate link, and you want to get the affiliate commissions. Okay, that's what you want. Okay, whether they use it or not, it's solely up to them. You cannot walk into everybody's house and say, "Hey, did you use this email course?" And they go, "I haven't yet, but let me tell you why." They No, everybody's not gonna use it. We know that. So you, the affiliate marketer, you want people to buy the products. How do you get people to buy the products? Well, you have to have people on your email list, of course, I'm not here to teach. I'm here to let you know what's the most important thing. I want you to be economy. I want you to be if the economy crashes, I want you to still be able to make a living, okay? When they when when China is charging us $1,000 for Nike for basic Nike shoes, okay? I want you to be able to have them. I want you to be able to have the money. I honestly don't know anything about tariffs. I don't really know what's going on. Honestly, I don't care, man, because you know what? Me and my wife and my child, we are going to be economy proof, okay? Because at the end of the day, I know people, they blame the government, they blame this one, they blame that one. Where's our money going? This, that, and the other. Who cares? Everybody knows that the government pisses money away. If the government was a person, the government would have the credit score of 300. Okay, the government blows money. They get a lot of money. They blow a lot of money. You can't focus on what the government's doing. Who cares? You know, you gotta care somewhat. But let's start off. I know everybody likes to say, "Oh, what is the federal government doing?" You don't even know what's going on in your local government. So how are you going to be focused on the federal government? Focus on your local government, see where their money's going, and then it all goes from there. All right. But anyway, we are here to make sure that you are economy proof. Okay. So whether it be affiliate marketing, whether it be whatever, I want you to work on your email list. I want you to work on your affiliate links, your commission. I want you to create products. I want you to sell people's products. I want you to make sure that you are building the river streams right now. Okay? Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't wait till the economy bottoms out. I don't know what's gonna go on with the economy, but you and I, ladies and gentlemen, you listening to this show right now, let's work on what we need to, the necessary things that we need to do to create an economy bubble that will not pop. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that won't pop, that we can be a part of, that we can have. And ladies and gentlemen, better than that, we won't have to worry about who's in office. We won't have to worry about what they're doing. We won't have to worry about what they're spending. We will have our bottom line covered. And the most important thing, in order to take care of the world, you have to take care of yourself first. If you can't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of the world? Ladies and gentlemen, bing, boom, boom. That is it in a nutshell. I know a lot of people, they're like, well, I'm looking out for this one and I'm looking out for that one. Take care of yourself first, okay? Uh, it's just the way it is, you know. You know how on the airplane they like when the mask come down, put your mask on first. Hello, hello, McFly. Hello. I'm just kidding. No, but wake up, okay? Don't worry about what's going on in the world. Let's take care of our business first, and then we can worry about the world. Okay, let's make sure we are economy proof. You know, bubble proof. You know, the bottom falls out, you still got a leg to stand on. Okay, build your email list. Um, build out some streams of income. Make things happen. Okay, affiliate marketing is a great way to go, and I highly recommend it. And when we get done with our story, ladies and gentlemen, we will be selling it for a small price. So if you have any questions about that, you can always email the show. Maybe we might do a pre-sale. All right. But ladies and gentlemen, until tomorrow, we'll be back with an all new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, my name is Tony Rizzano. Thank you for listening. God bless each and every one of you. And as always, everybody, peace. And dun, dun.